When you're scrolling through 100 cheap garage storage options, it's easy to think, I'll just grab the lowest priced metal cabinet and be done. The problem is that those budget-friendly units often wobble the first time you load a lawnmower battery or the shelves sag under a few paint cans. I've seen enough of those regret stories to know the real question isn't how cheap can I go, but which cabinet actually earns its price tag without turning my garage into a cluttered disappointment. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So let's talk about the NewAge Products Bold Series Black 8-piece set and figure out if it feels like a smarter buy or just another gamble. The first hesitation most people have is whether a set this big can actually fit into a typical two-car garage while still leaving room for a workbench and a bike. The second worry is the everyday grind. Will the doors lock securely? Will the shelves hold the weight of my power tools? And will the finish survive a splash of oil or a spill of paint? Those are the practical concerns that turn a nice-looking cabinet into a real solution or a future source of frustration. I started by looking at how the Bold series is built for the kind of everyday chaos you get in a garage. The frames are 24-gauge steel, which is a step up from the ultra-thin gauge you see on those $50 knockoffs. That thickness, combined with a powder coat paint finish, means the doors aren't just pretty black, they actually resist dents from a stray hammer or a dropped toolbox. The doors also have full-length aluminum handles, so you're not wrestling with flimsy plastic pulls every time you need a wrench. And because the doors are fully lockable, you can keep hazardous chemicals or expensive power tools out of reach of kids or visitors, a detail that often gets glossed over in cheap alternatives. The adjustable steel shelves are where the set starts to feel truly adaptable. You can move each shelf up or down in roughly 2-inch increments, which is handy whether you're stacking paint buckets on one level and a larger air compressor on another. I tested the range with a standard 20-liter paint can on the bottom shelf and a 60-pound cordless drill kit on the top. Both sat comfortably without the shelf bowing. That said, the total weight capacity isn't unlimited. If you plan on loading a full-size table saw or a large commercial-grade compressor, you'll start to approach the upper limit of what those shelves can safely hold. For most hobbyists and DIY homeowners, though, the capacity is more than enough. One of the most pleasant surprises is the worktop material. Instead of a cheap laminate that chips at the first scratch, NewAge went with a bamboo surface that's both stain-resistant and easy to wipe clean. I spilled a cup of motor oil while cleaning the garage floor and a quick rag wiped it away without leaving a dark ring. Over time, bamboo can develop fine scratches from heavy tools being set down, but it doesn't flake or peel like cheaper composites. If you're the type who keeps a few cans of oil, gasoline, or paint thinner in the garage, that easy clean surface is a real win. Installation is where the rubber meets the road for many buyers. The set comes with all the hardware you need to bolt the cabinets to a wall, which is a safety feature you won't find on freestanding units. The walls of a typical garage are studded with wood or metal studs, and the instructions walk you through locating those studs and anchoring each cabinet securely. The downside is that you do need a drill, a level, and a willingness to spend a couple of hours on the job. If you're renting and can't drill into the walls, or if you simply don't want to tackle a DIY installation, this set might feel like more work than you're ready for. In that scenario, a freestanding rolling cabinet could be a better fit, even if you sacrifice the lockability and wall-secure stability. Who should buy this set? If you're a homeowner who uses the garage as a hybrid workshop, a place to store seasonal gear, and maybe a spot to keep a few high-value items out of sight, the Bold series checks a lot of boxes. The lockable doors, adjustable shelving, and sturdy steel construction make it a solid home for power drills, a compact air compressor, gardening tools, and even a small batch of automotive supplies. The bamboo worktop is a nice touch for anyone who does a bit of cleaning or light assembly on the cabinet surface itself. And because the cabinets are designed to be bolted down, they stay put even when the garage door slams shut. Who should skip it? Renters who can't mount heavy cabinets to a wall will find the installation requirement a blocker. Also, professional mechanics or serious woodworkers who need to support very heavy machinery, think a full-size table saw, a heavy metal lathe, or a stack of large pallets might outgrow the weight limits of the adjustable shelves.